Hello, hello, hello. Or hey, y'all. It is Tuesday, so it is time for another live chat. Feels like lives are all I have done lately, which it pretty much has been, but I have in my little dongle, if I can show you, my little memory card, so I can finish editing the video finally I have to do the intro, which I actually have to put on makeup, or somewhat put on makeup, to be able to post the Christmas video, which I'm going to break the Christmas video up into 3 different portions because I'm so far behind on things. And so that way for when I do surgery, I can actually have content go out. So it is our Tuesday not live at 5 anymore, 4 p.m. hustle live chat. And it is our Scrapbox contest. So we do 2 of these on the first Tuesday of every month, which specialty materials, which I absolutely love. They send these boxes out for me since I don't go through as much material as I usually do anymore. So they take and send these out, which I greatly appreciate. But yeah, that's kind of where we are on everything. But I'm going to get the video up today and hopefully get some more up this week and get more. So I will be having surgery on October the 19th. I'm getting my tonsils removed, my adenoids removed, and then they're going in and like cleaning out my turbinates again and like heating them up and like expanding them. So yay for that. Always fun. But yeah, doing that. And then I am getting a new MRI tomorrow. They're getting me in to see a neurological ophthalmologist because when they did the VNG, this is for people who are interested in hearing my health update. This will be quick because people ask. This is not all about my health today. Because I did my VNG testing to check and see how my ears were. My dizzy spells are not because of my ears. My dizzy spells, when they did my VNG testing, I have central nervous system vertigo. So I have like an astigmatism or an astigmas, some other stuff, however that goes. So I have to go see a neurologic ophthalmologist. Yay. Some other specialist now. So I have to go get a new MRI done tomorrow. Always fun. I had to go to the regular ophthalmologist yesterday, which it's not just the beginnings of glaucoma. It's full-on glaucoma now. Again, fun. So that's kind of where I'm at on everything. So new diagnosis, always something going on. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So again, always lots of doctor's appointments. That's between everything else. That's where I've been between all of the other stuff, lots and lots of things. Yes, let me say hi to the people in the chat. Hello, Four Corners Customs from Mobile, Alabama. Facebook user. You got to authorize, if you're on Facebook, make sure you authorize StreamYard so we can see your name and comments. Hi, Joy. Now, if I don't see your comments, if you're on Facebook, it doesn't always show everything over here because I'm watching from StreamYard, because StreamYard, I can simultaneously cast, so I can show it to multiple locations. Hi, Joy. Again, Facebook user. Hi. Thank you, Four Corners. Retired paramedic, little Gizmo. Gizmo, that is one of my favorite characters from Gremlins. Hi, Chrissy. I do have insurance, broken senior. Not the best insurance, but it does do its job. Thank you, little Gizmo. It definitely, it still doesn't show a Facebook user. For some reason, it does that. I don't know. Facebook is weird. Now, on regular Facebook, like whenever it posts on like the regular Cuttin Corners page, it's one thing, but from the groups, it's how it is. Hi, Lim. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, Facebook groups, it's weird for the privacy stuff. But yeah, that's kind of the little mini health update. But as you can see, I'm in good spirits. You know, it is what it is. My mind is here. It's a good day. We're just chugging along. We're going to keep on chugging. You know, I've got videos filmed. I'm going to, you know, for like the t-shirt ones, I had them where I was doing multiple things in one. We're just going to break them up because they're still good videos on their own instead of putting multiple things together. I think that will work out beautifully. And they're just going to be a little bit more, they're going to be bite-sized videos. They're not bite-sized though. They're, instead of being like 45-minute videos, they'll be like 15-minute videos. But I think y'all will enjoy them. It's just going to take a little bit more work. Hi, Karen. I'm glad you're here. And plus, it will help out. And I'm just going to have Jeremy help me do some editing. And remember, when I come back from surgery, y'all got to be nice because I didn't think about it. I'm going to have a different voice. It's going to be a little odd. And also, if you see me kind of messing around with my eyes, it's because the glaucoma, that's like, the pressure's been off, so they've been swollen. So, and I can't try anything till I go see the new ophthalmologist, the neurological ophthalmologist, because the regular ophthalmologist doesn't want to give me anything. So, yes, there's that. And it's not side effects from the other medicines, because the stuff that I have isn't side effects from the medication, even though some of the medication can cause like eye side effects. It's all kinds of weird. Yeah. It's like one thing can lead to another, but they're not the other thing. It's all over the place. But, you know, again, the sun is shining. Hi, Roberta. I'm glad you're here. But we definitely need to be praying for our friends and families that are in Florida and in South Carolina and everywhere that is on the Atlantic. You know, they've definitely been put through the ringer. I definitely understand how that can go. And they definitely need our prayers and our thoughts. And if you know anyone who's in need, let us know. Because we understand that. It is so devastating. Living through a flood, living through a hurricane is horrible. Living through floods it's hell. That's the best way to put it. So, trust me, it's terrible. And whenever you're without power and the heat and the mosquitoes, and it's bad. So, there's local organizations that can use donations like blankets and food and diapers, because there's need for all of those types of things. If you're not comfortable with sending money, and if you can't even send anything, thoughts and prayers are always, you know, those things are always in need. So, yes, exactly. Texas, There's a lot of people who have been there, done that, you know, have got the t-shirt. We know, so we can definitely empathize and sympathize. So, yes, Mary, I can see you now. Yes, Lynn, we all know it's terrible. But that's kind of where we are. I will definitely be having some help with like editing, that type of thing for surgery time. I'm supposed to only be down for 2 weeks. But who knows how that will go. It's supposed to only be a day surgery unless there's any complications. So I will post an update on new phone. Karen, I'm getting my tonsils out on the 19th. So I'm getting my tonsils out, my adenoids out, and they're going to go in and do my terminates. So I will post an update on Facebook. I will post an update on Instagram. I will try to remember to, and I will post an update on Patreon, and I will try to remember to post one on YouTube. So y'all will know I am okay. Just to let y'all know. Because I know y'all worry. I will try to have things scheduled so there will be regular videos. We will make sure that happens. Oh, hi, Leanne. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully I will be able to eat ice cream. I have had such a weird time with certain foods. Some things have just not been doing very well with me. A lot of things. Like, I have had things that just, some days, some things do okay. Other days, not so much. It's like my body one day will like something and another day, nope. It's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. It's like with my eyes. One day, I'll have the weirdest symptom. It's like a couple of times, like I'll have it where like I'll see weird colored spots. Now I know this is gonna sound crazy, but like I've had it a couple of times where like I'll have like days where I'll see like blue and green spots, and then they don't happen, or it feels like they vibrate. This is part of the reason why I'm going to the neurological ophthalmologist. It's like they feel like they're vibrating. Like, does that make sense to anybody? It doesn't make much sense to me. Like, it literally feels like my eyeballs are vibrating in my head. And it's like I told Jeremy, it's like, I don't know how else to explain it. but I'm doing good. We'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, like I'll have just odd things. But some days, some foods get along with me. Other days, not so much. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. But the headaches aren't as bad. Like, my medicine's got that kind, like, pretty much under control at this point. So that's good. The headaches were what was really, really bothering me. And I can function. Like, my brain, I can think. Words, not so much still. Like, words, they come in and out. But yeah. But yeah. Today's kind of an off day if y'all can't tell. I have days, and this is part of like all of this stuff, is like I have days where like everything's like crystal clear. Oh, did y'all hear that? I don't know if my microphone can pick that stuff up, but like I'll move and like stuff like pops or creaks and it's worse because I've lost like all this weight. So there's nothing to like dampen the sound. So like I'll move and it's like pop. I'm like, it's bad. I'm okay though. But there are days where like there's like this crystal clear clarity with my speech and everything comes out. Like the words that are supposed to come out of my mouth come out the way that they're supposed to. But there are other days where it's like my thoughts in my brain, like they're there the way that they're supposed to be, but they don't come out of my brain the correct way. They just don't translate. But they're there. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else. I think it's just part of dealing with having like neurological symptoms. But I promise y'all, I'm okay. I mean, like, my brain is here. It's just things don't go from here to here perfectly. But that's, again, part of all of this. And the words don't always make sense. And right now, everything sounds off. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's why I'm struggling right now. I feel like I sound, in my head, everything sounds like I'm in a void. My ears feel clogged, sound clogged. Y'all get to see this stuff whenever this happens. It's like I process this. Like if I'm on a live, y'all get to see me whenever this happens. Like now, process this in real time because sometimes this does happen where it's like live. Because certain times this happens live. Because like it keeps like I'll talk and then it's like my voice keeps going in and out in my ears. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. I sound I don't know how to say it. Okay, so do you know when you're a kid and you kind of like cover your ears and how it like muffles the sound? That's what my voice keeps doing to my own head. That's what I keep hearing. And right now to myself, like when I'm talking to y'all, that's what it sounds like to me. Like my voice keeps doing that to myself. But I'm not going to stop doing what I love to do just because it keeps doing this to me. I'm not going to let it win. So, okay. Let's breathe and let's get through this. We're good. It gets annoying when stuff like this happens, but you know, you learn to live with it. It's one of those kinds of weird things that my brain just decides to say, hey, we're going to mess with you today. Especially because, you know, I got to do stuff. It is what it is. Hi, Heather. It sucks though, because whenever stuff like this happens, then people are like, well, why are you doing this? Why are you still filming? Why, you know, but I'm not going to let it stop me because I do love doing this. It's frustrating. So video that I need to film intro for may be going up tomorrow. Kind of just depends on how long this lasts, because it makes it, to film a full-on intro doing this or trying to, it's worse trying to edit more than anything. So Scrapbox contest. For the Scrapbox contest. Okay. How does that work? That's something. That's kind of weird. It's a little bit. Oh, I am still working on the Corel mess. The Corel mess is still a big old mess. So what we are doing with the Corel mess, if you don't know about the Corel mess, I have a live talking about the Corel mess. So one of the things, okay, that works. So if I change my position a little bit, that helps with the sound. So with the Corel mess, I was able to get through a lot of my files, and I have, because I own Corel 2021. I have a full paid for version that I purchased before I upgraded to 2022, the subscription version. So I went through and opened up all of the files that I could with 2021. So what is left that are only in 2022, I am going through and saving to the side, which is a lot, and I'm setting them in a folder. And then I'm going to take my fonts that are on my Mac, and Jeremy's going to download the free trial of the subscription version, and we're going to copy those files over, and we're going to install the fonts on his computer once we make sure we have everything saved. And we're going to take and downgrade those files to 2021 so I can export them for like Adobe Illustrator. And that way I can take and make sure everything's correct, because since I still own Corel 2021, because I'm still going to have to use Corel. People pay for Corel tutorials through Patreon, so I'm not going to not use Corel at all. Am I going to advertise for them? No, I'm not going to like make those Corel tutorials public anymore. They're just going to be on Patreon, because as I said, people pay for that. And I'm not going to like not let people, people have paid for that. I'm not going to not help them out. That would be terrible on my part. That would be kind of what they did to me. But as long as I can downgrade those files and they'll work, which that shouldn't be an issue, I should be good to go. And as I said, I have the full legal version. Not a problem there. But, and I also have a Windows version too. The problem is I don't want to have to pay them any more money. Because after all of that, they're not going to see another penny from me. It's so bad. So bad. Oh. But yeah, so upset by that. I'm still so upset. But it's just the biggest mess. My rotten dogs. But, and I mean, like, they didn't offer to do, like, and I explained to them, they didn't offer to do anything to help the situation. Absolutely nothing. So, yeah. They can stick it up their butts. excuse my French, but I will save my files one way or another, because if not, I will find someone to open the files when there's got to be something I can do. Because the thing is, if not, I will sit there and recreate them all. I don't care. I'll find some way to do it. Because I'll do it in Inkscape or something. There are programs that you can take and get online that will open the files. I mean, there's a workaround some way. There's always, if there is a will, there is a way. They will not see another penny from me. I will risk getting every virus under the sun before they get more money from me. That's how I feel about it. Because you want to know something? We have like 50,000 different computers. Jeremy knows how to use like every VPN under the sun. We can figure it out before they get money from me. Like, I would rather buy every rinky-dink app program that says that they can open a CDR file than give them more money. I don't care. They have made me that mad. Just with the whole thing. Because like they'd be like, oh, we'll call you, but we need you to do this first. No. No. I have never seen a company that's like, our program doesn't work with your hardware, but we're supposed to work with a Mac. How does that work? How do you have a program that is supposed to be compatible with the Mac, but for some reason your program doesn't work with my Mac? Macs can only be configured a certain way. You know, a Mac isn't like a Windows machine. People realize that, I hope. Like, my Mac is a new Mac Studio. So you can only have, you can't, like, for a Mac computer versus like a Windows machine, you can't have like a bunch of different hard drive configurations. You can't have a bunch of different chips. You can't have a bunch of different memory or anything like that. You can only have, like, I upgraded the memory. I upgraded the hard drive. I think that's all, because you can't do anything else. So why is my hardware incompatible with your software? That makes no sense. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. Now, I get the fact of that I use my version of their program or my previous version of their program in a hardcore way compared to most. And that's why they probably had difficulty troubleshooting things. But again, you would think that they would want someone like me using their program. So they could make it better. But apparently they don't. Apparently they are perfectly happy with mediocrity. This is why people won't be happy with their product in the long run whenever they're trying to charge Adobe prices. But I still don't like Adobe's layout. And I've been using Affinity more. You want to know one of the things I have figured out with Affinity? They don't have a trace feature. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Because I was hand drawing some ghosts. And I can't trace my hand drawn ghosts. That's annoying. Because I don't always want to draw everything on iPad. I'm trying to actually get better at like drawing, like with like a pencil and paper. I've been buying art books to like actually draw, like with iPad and with pencil and paper, because with my eyes staring at a screen, I can't sit there and do it all day. So to be able to continue to draw, because I actually have been enjoying doing my art stuff, I have to be able to switch between the two so that way I can continue to do my craft stuff. I trying to do it both ways. So I need to be able to have a program that will trace. And Adobe is a great powerhouse of a program. Adobe makes me mad. Adobe makes me big mad. I can't be the only person that Adobe makes me mad. Like, because you want to know why Adobe makes me mad? I hate the language in Adobe. Their language for a lot of things just doesn't make a whole lot of sense in my brain, because like what they call things, it's like expand. Like I can use Adobe, don't get me wrong, and it's just tracing, or like the terminology isn't simplified. It's like, I don't know. It just doesn't make things simple. I want things that make sense. I just don't know why things aren't like the same across the board for art programs. But I am still the nerd that like, since I have to force myself to learn things quickly, I am a book user still. I like books. I have books. But like, if you've seen me ever do an office tour, I still have Corel books. I have the Corel Draw book for dummies. I have a Corel book for like, I think it's for X6 over there. But I mean, like, I've literally used Corel for 20 years. So almost like, it's like, and I will still go grab the book. And I've used it for that long. Not because sometimes you just need a reference guide. So it's, I always have them handy just in case, because sometimes you forget stuff. And like, I like to have them because even though you could go and pull it up on the internet and all that kind of stuff, I like to have a book to have just to be able to like lay it next to me and to like pull it open where I can have it like sitting, and then, because screen's not always big enough. And there's something about having like a physical book. Again, I'm probably the biggest weirdo when it comes to that stuff. Oh, my ears are better. Yay. Y'all don't know. Whenever that stuff happens, it's like the most annoying thing in the world. And then when they come back, it's like, it's wonderful. But I like to have the book for reference, and that way I can have it sitting there right next to me. Like, I like to have it. But books are the best thing. I have to have my books. See, I have to have the books. Books are important. But, like, even, see, someone else loves their books. But I have a Kindle and I still like books. Have y'all seen the new Kindle Scribe though? Like, I have an iPad and I'm thinking that's what I want to tell my husband that I want for Christmas, because like I love to have my, like, I keep notes of everything, and I'm like, well, maybe that might be a good way to have all my lists of everything, because it's supposed to keep like charged for like weeks. See, the Dummies books, I love the Dummies books because they're great reference points, because you can look things up in them really quickly. And I know a lot of people love videos, YouTube videos and stuff like that for references. I hate to admit this because I create YouTube videos. I am not a video watcher for tutorials. I actually hate tutorial videos. Can't stand watching them. That's not how I learn. I learn by reading. I learn by reading a book. That is how I learn. I learn by actually reading a book. I can't learn by sitting there watching someone. I don't learn by listening to someone in school. I did not listen to teachers talk. I did not learn by watching videos. Give me a book and let me read through the lesson, because I was so much faster. It is just easier for me to do it. Don't give me pictures, give me words. It's just easier for me. I'm not a visual learner at all. Maybe it makes, I am not normal when it comes to learning. I can't be, I mean, I guess for this crowd, I'm probably like definitely the odd man out. But yeah, that is definitely not, that is not how I learn. But I mean, everybody's different on how they learn. But I know some people are like, they need both. Like, they need like the words, and then they also need the visual. But, and don't give me like a book on tape. That just drives me nuts even more, because they're too slow. You like highlight and take notes. Oh, that drives me nuts. Don't mess up a book. Don't put lines in a book. Don't dirty a book. But, okay. Where were we? Now I went off on my book tangent. Oh. Okay. Honey's over here. She's asleep. My sweet honey girl, she's always sleeping. Do dogs get narcolepsy? If dogs can have narcolepsy, she has narcolepsy. I'm telling you. That dog, all she does is sleep. She's on. Did y'all know the puppies are a year old? The puppies are a year old. We've had them almost a year. They're a year old, y'all.
Oh, baby. You're a year old, huh, Bubba?
They're all out like a light. All of them. But yeah. At the end of the month, we'll have had them a year. I can't even believe it. Think back to last year, they were like the size of Layla. And now they're freaking massive. And they still come and sit in my lap. Last night I sat on the couch I gotta tell y'all this before we get into the giveaway. I have to tell y'all, because if y'all haven't seen, because I don't think I've posted pictures in a while, they're massive now. I mean, Honey's like 60 pounds,
Aren't you, girl?
and Shadow's like, no, she's probably bigger than that. Honey's like 60, 65, maybe 70. I have no idea anymore. I can't judge weight. And Shadow's not as big, but pretty big. They're both lap dogs, or they think that they are. They think that they should be, at least. And they fight over who can be closest to me. Because they're all mama's babies. They're rotten. Absolutely rotten. And I love them completely and utterly with everything that I am. They are my babies. And I mean, I don't know what I would do without all three of them. But in the evening, like, or whenever I go and like sit down and relax, like whenever I can't be on the computer anymore, or I'm just like done, I can't do anything else, like my brain needs to stop. If I go sit down on the couch, they fight over if they can sit in my lap, which is quite funny because Honey is pretty big in her wiggle butt. That's what we call her, because she got a big old butt and she wiggles. She's as wide as I am. So she wants to sit in my lap. And as I said, she's as wide as I am. So she covers me completely. Like, covers me. So she gets in my lap last night and like lays all on me. And Shadow's like, no, you can't always have her. I need mommy. So he's trying to squeeze in there, like in my lap too, which there's no room left. But he makes his way into my lap, which really isn't a lap anymore. And he's all up in my face, all in my personal space. And Layla, you know, the little overweight chihuahua, decides that no, she needs to get herself into this mix as well. So at this point, I'm covered in pups. Can't see me because there's nothing but dogs. And Cameron comes over there and he's like, I'm going to go mess with Honey, because Honey's sitting back like a person, like literally with her body kicked back in my lap with like her belly showing. And normally he can mess with Honey because no one cares. But because they're in my lap, Cameron goes to blow on Honey's belly and Layla comes unglued, like, because it's the protect mommy thing. Tries to attack Cameron. And it's like, how do you get so lucky to have they're all three so different from each other? But I wouldn't trade any of them for anything, because they are my world. I mean, and I mean that because they are like everything. They know when I feel bad. They know all the time. They're so good too. The only issue I have is they get so excited and they almost knock me over all the time. That's one thing that I would change. But, you know, they just love all the time unconditionally. But they stay here all the time. Like, they think this is their office. It's hilarious. They get mad if I'm not in here. Like, when they want to come to work, they get mad if I'm not at work. How's that for, I've got bosses. When they're ready to come to work, I better be ready. But yeah. Okie dokie. Let's get into the drawing. Sorry, I had to share. Because they're my rottens. Because as I said, I can't believe they're a year old. Hello, I'm glad you're here. The DIY cook. I haven't cooked in so long. I want to cook. Maybe. Maybe not. I got enough things to do. But today is the Scrapbox. So it's October already. Can y'all believe it's October? We're in spooky season. I love spooky season. My favorite time of year. Like the holiday season. Because y'all know, I can't resist a good theme. Holidays are upon us. It is that time of year. So, it's October 2022. How did we get to the 2022s? So, how this works. We do 2 of these a month. One for patrons, one for our regular supporters. Very, very, very easy to enter. One is if you're a patron, get a comment, and I pick my favorite comment. If I can't pick my favorite, I make it random. Very, very simple. Can't call it anything but a contest because if not, it makes it into a lottery, which is against the law. So, very simple. For the regular one, all you got to do is comment. There's no purchase necessary. So once you do that, all that you have to do is then watch the next month's video. Pretty simple. You have to actually comment in the comments down below because other than that, I do a random comment picker. If you don't watch it, there's no way for me to find out who won. Makes sense? Because I don't have any way to contact you. And I can't sit there and hunt people down. If you don't claim it within a week after today, then I give it to either a Patreon supporter or one of my bees. Because, again, can't hold on to things forever. Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, you made chicken enchiladas? That sounds good. There's a place down the road, or not down the road, but pretty close to it's called Taco Right. It's been in business for a very long time. They make the best cheese enchiladas. Maybe that's what we should do for dinner. Cheese enchiladas. That sounds amazing. So, but yeah. So, again, very, very simple. For Patreon, you don't have to let me know if you want or not. I have your addresses. I will ship it out. And if I don't have your address, because there are some people from who've been a patron for a long time, I will message you. And yours will get held until you claim it. Because, I mean, that's just the thank you kind of thing. So, very, very easy. But again, you have to comment on the actual comments. And I think you have to kind of go back and comment once the video is actually live. So, makes it easy. And also, if you want to interact with this post, like it, make sure you're subscribed. That always helps me out. I'd appreciate that. And again, the next Craftsmas video hopefully will go up today. If not, it will go up tomorrow. And if you are a Patreon supporter, the Creative Fabrica Live will probably go up on Thursday instead of tomorrow because I have the MRI at 5 o'clock tomorrow. So I don't know how long that will take. Just to kind of give you a heads up. So let's get this going. So the regular Scrapbox winner, see, brain goes, whoo, is Mary McFarland. So Mary, all that you have to do, again, is email me at cuttincornersvinyl@gmail.com. It is listed in the description box. Very, very simple. With a picture of your YouTube account. And we will get that shipped off to you. Simple. And again, to enter in, all you have to do is comment in the comments. Very easy. And the winner for the Patreon box is Natalie Mears. So Natalie, again, we have your address. We will get that shipped off to you. But congratulations to the winners. And don't forget to enter in for next month. And I guess that's it for today. And I will be bulk filming the intros for the next videos because those are already, like the rest of it's all filmed. And we'll probably might have to do a little bit of tweaking for the voiceover stuff. But other than that, it's all filmed. So that's good. And I'll have Jeremy help me edit. So we actually have all that together. I just have to redo some stuff. But yay. We're good for all that. I have a lot of things actually filmed. I just got to get everything re-edited and redone. And new intros. So we will be good on that. Gotta get intros. Lots of intros. We can do this. I can do this. Wish me luck. Give me lots of encouragement. I will get this done. Maybe I'll bulk do a live intros tomorrow. I'll get it done. But I love you guys, and I will see y'all later.